Hello there, Dream Lifers. So today is day 2 of our 14-day quarantine. Good morning. It's day 2. Woke up early and just checking out some of the items in my YouTube and then replying to emails and finishing some design stuff that I need to do. Good morning! Kamusta yung tulog? So now we are doing toog with oregano leaves and ginger powder. This ginger powder is from June of last year during my 21-day quarantine, and I still have a lot. So water, and just mix it. It smells very good. Once it boils, you just inhale the steam slowly, not directly. So that's with ginger powder and oregano leaves, fresh. Toog. Breakfast, vitamins, fruits, corned beef, and eggs from the farm. So now we need to prepare his things for the isolation facility because as a PNP personnel, they're not allowed to isolate at home. So I'll be alone in my journey and he will be in the facility. So I'm preparing his vitamins, Young Living and Usana vitamins for 14 days. More vitamins. Putting it in plastic. Then one set for the in the morning and one set in the afternoon. In the morning will be Young Living, and then in the evening will be Usana. COVID, since there's no medicine, you just need to help your immune system. So by eating fresh food, vitamins, and enough rest. So adding a dose of mega dose vitamin C from Dr. Farah. So if you put it like this, so this will be the first to drink in the morning mixed with water, and then vitamins, and then this one is for nighttime, so it's easier to track if you have drank your vitamins or not, because you will be in the isolation facility for 14 days. So we prepared a 14-day pack. This is the 14-day arsenal against COVID. Vitamins. Ibutang lang na to sa ice cream, no, para ma-recycle po ni. So this is just it. You just drink your vitamins daily, have good rest, 8 to 10 hours of sleep, lots of water, hot water with calamansi, and toog, the good old toog. So packing some ginger powder from our garden last year. So 1 pack, 1 cup. So we have 5 here. Can be used like a tea or sugar or for steam inhalation or tuog. So this is guaranteed 100% organic because this came from our garden. I made this ginger powder last June, when I was in isolation because of COVID-19 also. So it's still a lot. Maybe will still last for like more than a year supply, and I've been sharing this with the whole household already. So it's really worth it to plant your own garden and do something like this. So this one is purely natural, no preservatives, ginger powder. So who would have thought that it's very easy to grow, also very easy to preserve like this, because if you let the ginger and not turn it into a powder, it will be rotten. But if you turn it into a powder, it would last you like for several years. So you should try it too. It's very easy. You just chop the ginger and then air dry it. Once it's very dry, you put it in a food processor or blender. So as a private citizen, I still appreciate me being private, because dear husband Jose, as a policeman, is mandated to go to an isolation facility, even if we have the capability to isolate ourselves here in our house. So we are still very lucky to be private citizens and not part of the PNP or the AFP or the Navy, where they are mandated. I think all government officials and personnel should not be allowed to quarantine at home. There is a memo. Although the more logical thing would be to isolate at home, where we are safer and will have access to good food and all the comforts that we need. It is their duty, their sworn duty, to follow orders. So the initial plan was to quarantine with him for 14 days here at home, but now he has to go to the quarantine facility because they are required to get a quarantine certificate from the isolation facility. Not the home quarantine isolation is not allowed for government personnel. So it's sad, but that's the reality of it. They have to do it because it's their job. It's their mandate to do so. So I've already packed all his vitamins and some fruits, and hopefully they'll get good rest there in the facility, and I'll be here at home waiting for my result. And even if I do get a negative result, I will still isolate myself for 14 days just to be sure, for the safety of our children. But I'll be isolated here in the bedroom, so my children can go back home, since there are bookings in the farm, so they will not be able to sleep there for this week, but maybe next week they will be able to. But since it will be classes next week, then they'll have to go back here. So I'll do what I did last year. I'll just isolate myself here in our bedroom, where it's more comfortable. Anyway, we have a toilet inside, so it's easier for me. Positive or negative, I'll isolate because I was exposed to my husband, who is positive. Lunch is binignit, vegetable lumpia, and kombucha with mango. So now we're just waiting for the DOH to pick him up here. Hi, puppies! Bye! Oh. Hi there! So, mauna. Wait. Wala tayo mahimo no kung pulis ta kay di ta pwede magbuot-buot kimo. They need to follow the rules. So, yeah. He'll be there for 10 days or 14 days, I think. I still don't have my result. Hopefully, it's negative. So, but even if I get a negative result, I will still undergo the 14-day quarantine. So, this is me for the next 13 days. My quarantine body is already picked up by the astronauts. So, it's really like that. We'll just have to learn to adapt to COVID. Luckily for me, my job as an architect, I can do remotely here in my room, inside my room, and then our office is also just across the garden, so it's easier to do it this way, and there's no use in trying to resist this because I know that there are fake COVID scams also, but there are also real COVID. So real COVID is more scarier and it's deadly, and we are lucky that we are young and we can still fight it. But how about those with comorbidities? So better be safe than sorry. Even if I still don't have my result. If it's positive or negative, hopefully it is negative. But even if it is negative, I'll still stay and isolate myself for 14 days strictly. Because even if I'm just one person, I can infect a whole lot of people, and the people I interact with can also infect other people. So the only way to contain this virus is really each individual should have discipline and care for the people who will not be able to survive if they get infected. So I would have loved to go to the farm today. We have guests there. One of them is my classmates and a member of one of the mountaineering groups that I was affiliated with during my slim days. So shout out to Zarella and Mizella. I would have loved to go there today, but to keep everybody safe, so I'll just stay here, and hopefully you guys enjoy the farm. I miss the farm. We planned this whole Holy Week that we will be in the farm planting the trees that we got from the Department of Agriculture for free. But since we are here, I'll just try to propagate some herbs, additional herbs for the farm. It's really easier to just do it here where I am here every day. If you have a farm, it is important that you go there like regularly, or the best would be to live there. But I know it's not possible for most of us since we have work and we have obligations still. So this is day 2. So far we're okay. I don't have any symptoms, but Jose this morning said I prepared his tuob with ginger and oregano, and I told him if the consistency of the ginger powder was already okay, since it was very overpowering already because it's concentrated ginger powder, and he told me that he can't smell anything, and it's one of the symptoms of COVID to lose your sense of smell. I asked him if he can taste, if he still has his taste buds, and he said yes. But so far we tested all other smells on him, like perfume, food, and he said he can't smell anything. So hopefully he will be okay. He will be isolated in Lapu-Lapu City College. He needs to be isolated in a quarantine facility by the government. They need that certification to go back to work. From his training, he underwent training, and supposedly he will be back to the Lapu-Lapu police station, but they're temporarily assigned in Mandawi City because Mandawi has lacking personnel, so he would have wanted to be assigned here, but that's just the way it works for policemen. They need to follow orders first and never question. So I prepared all his vitamins. That's the only thing that can help him fight COVID. Hopefully he will be able to sleep well. As for me, I'll be waiting for my results. The swab test usually for him it took like almost 4 days. So from yesterday, I'm expecting the result around Saturday or Monday because of the holidays. For now, I'm drinking vitamins, water, hot water, to works. So we already survived this last year, and even if I get a positive result now, I'm keeping my hopes up and keeping my positivity. So even if I'll be in my room, I will be planting and working and uploading in YouTube for the daily updates. I'll also update you on the status of my dear husband Jose in the quarantine facility. Maybe I can force him to upload some of his videos so I can include it. So that's it. Is it 2 p.m? 3 p.m? It is 3 p.m. So I'm going to watch a movie, sleep, eat vitamins, and just enjoy this forced relaxation. It's rare for me to get it, so I'll treat this like a vacation in our own bedroom. So see you again tomorrow. So here I am, all alone at 4. It's hard di ay kung wala tayo kauban, no? I'm missing my quarantine buddy, but he already arrived in the isolation center. They are provided meals 3 times a day with water, but they don't have access to hot water there, and dispenser and heater. So I was really thinking that the tuob would be a very big help for him, and drinking hot water with ginger, because I packed with his vitamins powdered ginger. So how will he be able to drink the hot ginger if they don't have access to hot water? So that's what the quarantine facility does not have. They're also not allowed to bring in water heater or dispenser. So I hope the quarantine centers would really provide the patients hot water aside from the meals, because of course it's very much appreciated that the government is providing all of this. But there are already a lot of reviews about COVID, and hot water with lemon or ginger is has been found very helpful, at least for the most part. And that's what I also did when I did the 21-day isolation last year. So if you're also sick, having access to hot water to drink milk or coffee or tea is also very comforting and relaxing. So I hope that sooner or later they'll have access to hot water there in the isolation facility. Also, isolation is 14 days from swab test. So my husband was swabbed last week. I think it was a Monday. Then he got his result just this weekend. So that's how long it takes for the swab test to arrive. So even if you're already infected and you do not know that you are infected, you can still go out, because if you don't have the symptoms, then you think that you're okay. So what about those people who did not undergo swab testing? So even if they're already infectious, they still are able to go about their business because they don't feel anything or they don't have symptoms. So still, that's why it's very important to still practice social distancing, wear your mask, wash your hands, and we have to learn how to live with COVID now, because at first we all thought, I personally thought, that it will be like just a 15-day quarantine when it started last March, and then maybe a month of quarantine, and now we're more than a year and still the same, and it's still evolving. So I guess that's just it. We can't hide forever in our houses. We cannot live like this, always afraid to go out. So let's just live our lives with COVID from now on. Stay as healthy as possible, and then practice all the safety protocols and follow the recommendations by the government. And of course, do yourself a favor of keeping yourself healthy. And of course, aside from being healthy, we need to provide for our family, so we need to work, and to be able to work, we need to be healthy. So it's high time that we change our lifestyle, promote wellness, eat only natural and organic food. And of course, you cannot all be perfect, but at least majority, and then at least that we try. So now maybe we can all start planting in our homes, even just herbs, because it's very easy to grow, as we have showed in some of our videos, that it's very, very easy to grow. So at least that you have access to fresh food whenever you're quarantined. So I was planning, I've been thinking about this since last year when I started my quarantine, that I will try to eat only from our garden and the farm. So maybe this 14-day quarantine with me, because the counting will start yesterday, and I have like 14 days. So I'll be out on April 14, and I don't know if I will be able to make it, but make it that by eating only food from our farm and garden. But I will try. For breakfast, maybe I'll have just water, hot water, and tea or green smoothies. And then lunch will be something from the garden also. And then dinner, I'll try to eat from what we have already here in the house, and then what we also have in the garden. So if I can do it on our city home, which is just very small, and of course with some help from our farm, so maybe we can do all this together, and let's see how it works. I'll document all the food that I will eat from now on until my quarantine ends on April 14th. So hopefully I get a negative result, and even if I get a positive result, that I'll be asymptomatic like last year. So wish me luck, and please pray for us. Berry leaves for the guinea pigs. I'll go out to the garden because I'm all alone here in the house now. So here in the garden with the doggies, we have 3 new guinea pigs. Today 4. And they only eat, they like grass. We gave them pellets, but they don't eat it as much. But I placed here a lot of napier, and they already ate it. So here, piggies. Uy, pang green ah. Panghatag sa uban. That's the male and the females, and they're so fluffy, and they eat very cute. They're very cute and they eat. So I think I'm scaring them. But they're so adorable. And we love all kinds of animals. So. Hi! So there are kids playing outside, but I'm just inside the house with my cute little puppy. Hey, why are you so dirty? When you are quarantined, also make sure that you have a place or somewhere to breathe fresh air. So here, I'm lucky that we have a large garden where we have all of these seedlings. Did you know that these seedlings were given for free from the Department of Agriculture? Yes, they do have ornamental plants like that, and they also have like flowering plants and hardwood trees. So we were supposed to plant all of these in the farm this week, but I will not be able to go there, so I'm just stuck here with my doggies. Hi Gold Gold! Hi Mimi! Ano naman ang sad man? Si Daddy na sa isolation facility. So here in the house we have a lot of seedlings, so that's in preparation for planting in the farm, and also not only here in Cebu but also in our Leyte farm. But for now, let's do the farming inside the city. I'm surprised that we have this spinach plant alive. This was given to me by my architect friend. I thought it died because it kind of like melted before, but I'm surprised to see it here with San Francisco. It regrew from a potting bag that we used it from, so I'm happy. This is also a vegetable. You can use it in your salads and soups. So this was from the first time that she gave it to me, and then just yesterday, no Mimi, she gave me 3 more new cuttings. So yeah, I'll be able to share this. This is a spinach tree, so edible, and happy to see my kaffir lime growing tall. I need to plant this in the farm really soon because it's already very tall. So that's just it. My quarantine farm. If my dear husband was here, then we would have grown more, but since he is isolated, then let's just do what I can do by myself. We have this large badjang. This came from the farm also, and it nearly died, but now it's alive and looks very pretty. I don't want to put it indoors because it might die again. We tried to put it inside the office, but now it's dead. So oh, I think one of my rabbits is about to give birth early. Oh no, it's not early. It's due today. It's due today. And it's nesting. It's nesting right there. Just taken off its fur and it's making a nest. So I better give it like grass now. Tambay muna tayo here in the balcony in front of our room. So that one right there is Zian's room. So it's supposedly ongoing construction, but since it's the Holy Week and we will be on lockdown, it might be continued later after my isolation, or since I'm isolated in our room, then it can continue. So this is my balcony garden. I'm propagating some succulents here. for the farm. Also have some butternut flowers growing on top. So when there were no plants here, it was very hard because it's so hot in the afternoon. So we're trying to grow the ternates all the way to the bedrooms right there. But for now, it's just here. Also, let me show you our tambis tree with so much fruit. It has so much fruit. Like, tambis is very prolific, so if you want to plant something that will fruit all year round and does not take any care, does not even need fertilizing, so we're just using rabbit manure here. And so far it's been growing really well. So that's also have some herbs here to propagate. They just arrived, so but I already took some cuttings, some chives, and then my double mint starting from one small pot, and now I have all the way to the end. And I also have brought some propagations to the farm. So that's what you have to do if you want some herb and you want a constant supply. Then you need to constantly propagate, because some of them will die on you. Like for example, this oregano, I don't know what happened, but its leaves look like it's burnt. Luckily I already took some cuttings, and hopefully those cuttings will be propagated. So basil, Saba snake grass, thyme. I've been wanting to have thyme. I grew thyme before and it died on me. So now I'm trying to propagate some more. I don't know why this Italian oregano's leaves looks like they've been burned, but they've been watered constantly. So I'll try to look into that. So I have my Saba snake grass here. It's a very good anti-cancer plant. And this one, I don't know what to do with this. This is a mint that looks like about to give up. Hopefully it will not die on me. So maybe tomorrow I'll start propagating some more plants. All these plants that we're propagating, either we share or bring to the farm or use it here at home. I love the flavor of double mint, so that's why I'm propagating a lot of it, because they also suddenly die on you without no reason. So having a backup plant is always very helpful. We have a plant here, and then also have a propagation area downstairs, and also have a backup in the farm. So if one batch dies, then I'll have a few more. Imagine I only had one plant before, like only as big as this, or smaller like this one. Then I'm able to grow it into something as lush as this. So mints like sunlight, so if you plant them, you better plant them somewhere where the soil is well draining, and then there's ample of sunlight. It smells very good. I'll also be propagating basil because I love it in smoothies and salads. So this is my little corner here. I propagate it here so that I'm able to monitor my plants. And it's also a nice like spot to think. Tomorrow I might paint here. I was thinking of painting one painting per day, but I'm already doing the one video per day for the 14-day quarantine, so it might be too much to do. And plus we already have work on Monday, so I promise I will not be bored here. If I get bored, I can exercise or read some books there, or do some exercises or paint. Let me show you my auntie's Mayana collection. It's on the wall. So there. See, this is a very nice plant because you don't really need the flowers. But if you see flowers like this, you need to take it off because the plant will already die if it has flowers. So you need to like constantly monitor your plants also. And this wall is really very nice. It's very lush, it's very green, and I wish that all walls will look like this, like as colorful and as nice as this one. Mayana can be used as a tea, but it's bitter. So see, the colors are very stunning, and we have like more than 40 or 50 kinds already growing here, thanks to my auntie. She's still in Leyte because it's my grandmother's birthday yesterday. So you see, even if you're quarantined and you have like somewhere like this, green space is only like 1.2 meters by 1.5 meters, but it's full. It looks very nice. And of course, the amount of oxygen that you get from all of these plants, you can hug them. Let's take a video of me hugging. You can hug them, and they're so nice and fluffy and easy. So look at that wall. It's very pretty, no? So why don't we have something like this in all of our walls, in all of our homes? Something like this would be very nice. And I don't think you can possibly kill a Mayana, so just grow it, just try it. And if you want some seedlings, then we have seedlings, and we'll be happy to share it with you. So it's almost night time. It's 4 p.m. It's 5:43 and I was able to convince my dear husband Jose to send me videos or updates from his quarantine side so that I can include it in the videos to update you. So thank you, dear husband Jose, for complying. And update, they're provided food in the quarantine facility, 3 meals with water. That's it. No vitamins or medicines for COVID. Yes, luckily we already brought vitamins with him when he went to the isolation center, so that's a big help. Fruits, hopefully they'll have access to hot water soon. So yeah, I will update you. I still don't have my swab result. I'm not expecting it today, so maybe tomorrow or Sunday or Monday. Because of the holidays, there might be delays. So let's do this. Okay, nahutdan mi gas is to not buy anything. So, but we have to see, no, so I'll just cook this quickly in the microwave. Dinner is cooking inside. I don't know, I haven't tried cooking inside the microwave, so okay. There's the dog. Oh, 2 dogs. Hi, 2 dogs. So I call myself now a chef. Haha, because I can cook tocino in the microwave. It's my first time. But yeah, it turned out okay. Good enough for 1 or 2. So this will be my dinner with fruits. Online, so we have access to good food. And my microwave tocino. So this is my dinner. Takoyaki, mango, and some pineapple kombucha. Don't worry about me, I always have cough. I have allergic rhinitis cough. So order the takoyaki from our subdivision. We have an online community that sells food. And then the mango is from the leftovers and some kombucha. I'll have an early dinner. I tried to sleep early today, or I'll watch Vincenzo. So let's eat. So updates from dear husband Jose from the facility. So it's night time. Let's sleep early and watch a movie. So until tomorrow, I'll update you with if I already have my result. Hopefully it's a negative since I have not heard from DOH. There was someone in the isolation facility that was tested after me. They already have the result. So I am assuming, since they have not called me, that I am negative. Let's claim it. So thank you for watching this video. Today is day 2 of my COVID 14-day isolation with my husband. But my husband is in the isolation facility and I am here at home. Bye. But wait, there's more. So while I work right here, I'm also steaming the leftover ginger powder and oregano. So it's like diffusing but steaming. Here we call it toob. So we strongly believe in toob or steam inhalation. We do it morning and evening. So morning when you wake up, like what Jose did, and then at night before sleeping. And I'll also diffuse my essential oils. So working, watching TV, working, and toob. So good night. Pahabol. Kadawat og ayuda. Kaganina binignit karon. Ube maha. Kaswerte na lang. Thank you. So that's it for day 2. Thank you and don't forget to subscribe.